Perfect. Okay. Perfect. How are you today? I'm feeling really loud and powerful. I feel like I should ask you, do you want some French fries? Yeah. Yeah, that sounds kind of good, doesn't it? French fries, a chocolate shake, and a cheeseburger. I'm just kidding. I'm Michelle. I am the Director of Admissions at the University of Minnesota Crookston campus. How are you today? It's Tuesday. How many of you have been to the United States? Nice. Excellent. Still planning on it, but it hasn't happened yet. That's okay. This is my second time to Ukraine. I was here in April. How many of you were here in April when I was here visiting just a few short months ago? Fresh. Awesome. That is great. Well, thank you for having me. As I said, my name is Michelle. I work at the University of Minnesota Crookston. I know. We have a partnership here with Wisconsin International University, Ukraine, where we deliver 2 years here, or 3 years here, and 1 year with us, either online or on our campus. So for those of you that haven't made it to the United States yet, we'd love to have you come to the fine state of Minnesota. I work for the University of Minnesota Crookston campus. How many of you? Come on in. How many of you have heard of the state of Minnesota or the University of Minnesota? We're a Big Ten research university. So the University of Minnesota has 5 campuses. Make sure that's on. I'm located in the northernmost part of the state, and then there are 4 other campuses. One is Duluth. Bless you. The other is Rochester, the Twin Cities campus, and Morris. And the University of Minnesota Crookston is, one sec. Ooh. Nice, look at all those slides. Look what you get to sit through for the next 3 hours. I'm kidding. It's not. This is where I'm at. I'm up here. I mean, technically today I'm with you, but I'm in the northernmost part of the state. The University of Minnesota Crookston has 5 campuses. The Crookston campus has approximately 1,800 students, so we're relatively small. But the other 4 campuses, Minneapolis, or the Twin Cities, has approximately 35,000 students on their campus. It's a very large urban research institution. The Rochester campus, the Rochester campus has about 750 students. They focus specifically on medical sciences because they work with the Mayo School of Clinical Sciences and Mayo Hospital. The Morris campus is a liberal arts campus, so if you're interested in sociology, criminal justice, humanities, that is a campus that you may wish to engage in through the liberal arts. And then also Duluth. Duluth is on the lake. That is where my son is. He is your age, and he actually is an entering freshman right now, and I'm not sure what he's studying because I'm undecided, but he's having a really good time there. So there's about 70,000 students in the system as a whole, but the Crookston campus, we pride ourselves on being a small campus with a big degree. So the opportunity that you have, if you wish to study at the University of Minnesota Crookston, we will welcome your academic credits from WIUU, package them towards either a business degree, an international business degree, where you would have 1 more year, or 45, 46 credits yet to complete. Depending upon the student, each of you will vary because some of you will have different academic credit. If you wish to stay in Ukraine and participate in those academic classes in an online modality, we would love to have you do that. In fact, where is Lena? There she is. So she is one of our students right now. She is taking 9 classes, and 2 of them are with the University of Minnesota Crookston. Lena, do you want to tell them a little bit about the class, what you were mentioning this morning, specifically about how welcoming some of the faculty have been for you? It's very similar to the faculty that you have here.
It's been amazing, and especially the teachers. They really helped me, and they were explaining everything since the day 1, and it was really amazing. And okay, what else?
How many classes?
Well, it's not really hard because teachers are helping and they're like giving you everything that you need to know. And plus, they introduced themselves. So it's like a really good thing. I hope teachers do that. And what else? Oh, that's...
How great was it to work with us when you were starting to apply and interested in coming to campus?
Well, it was really nice and comfortable because the teachers were like helping me, asking if I got it, and advising me also. Like, everything was perfect.
Good.
I had like
Nothing to complain about.
Yes, nothing to complain about.
So it's easily navigated. We're here. I've been here 2 separate times. Lena has proof in the pudding that she's already participating in the program, the transfer of credit that you have with WIUU, and most importantly, the intent that when you're done, you're also going to have a University of Minnesota diploma. So our campus has 4 academic departments. The first is business. That is the one that we have our partnership with WIUU. We deliver academic degrees at the undergraduate level in accounting, entrepreneurship, finance, international business, management, marketing, quality management. It's okay. It's all right. It's after lunch. Everybody's getting a little jumpy. It's all good. We also have quality management and sport and recreation management. In addition to that, we also have a math, science, and technology department where we're delivering academic programs in biology. So if you're interested in sciences, technology, engineering, and math, the health sciences, health management, information technology management, medical lab sciences, and software engineering is actually a very big one. Yes, go ahead. How many labs are you asking in regards? So we also have, and I haven't gotten to it yet, but we also have animals on our campus. We're very entrenched in agriculture and natural resources. So are you looking for laboratories where we're actually hosting the animals with the students, or just the laboratory for the science and the chemistry classes? So we have 3 different buildings, and I would say there are 4 labs on the second floor, 4 on the, so 8, then 10. So we have 10 academic laboratories specific to the biology, the chemistry, but then we also deliver an agronomy degree, which is on the other side of our campus in our agricultural programs, where we have controlled laboratories where you have to go in with a particular gear because you don't want to contaminate the product, whether it's the seeds or if you're propagating seeds or fertilization of the plants. Yes. Does that answer? Yeah, of course. All right. We also have a liberal education department where we're delivering communication, early childhood education, elementary education, criminal justice, and English. International business, business, and English. Those are our top 3 programs for our students that are coming from outside of our country. We have 900 students on our campus, and we have 966 students that are learning with Lena online. So we have more students learning from us online than we do on our campus, but we have students from 22 different countries. So we're very diverse. Students like yourself that are coming to Northwestern Minnesota to earn their academic degree from the University of Minnesota. Natural resources and agriculture, we have aviation, we have Gulf turf management, horticulture, and natural resources. This is Adam. He went out with the natural resource class. It's called Introduction to Wildlife Management. One of the really great things about our institution, whether you are in business or if you're in natural resources, we are applied learning, hands-on. So Adam went with his class, which we have very small class sizes, no more than 25 to 30. 30 is the max. They went out into the Natural Resource History Center. They radio collared this cub's mother, tranquilized her while she was in hibernation, and pulled her out so that they could radio collar the 3 cubs that she had had over the winter so that they could do analysis and assessment on their natural habitat. So whether you're in natural resources or if you're in aviation, you're doing those kinds of activities the very first week that you start. So it's very exciting. We're very small, so we're able to provide you with that private touch, the private school feel. So we talked a little bit about agriculture. We've talked a little bit about natural resources. But agricultural business is also a degree that we just got done having a conversation with a few of your administrators specific to agricultural business online. So maybe that it might be something that may be of interest to you, depending upon the agricultural climate here and your desire of being part of the global positioning, or maybe you're interested in agronomy. If you're interested in animal science or equine science, we also have a pre-veterinary program for large animals. When you come to our campus, you'll be working with the animals your very first semester. We have an indoor riding arena where we have 40 horses. So if it's something that you're interested in participating in a student club or organization, we have equitation classes where you can learn how to ride a horse if you're looking for something just fun, or if you're looking for a club to where you would like to learn how to be in the rodeo. That's also something that is one of our larger clubs for our students as they participate in activities on campus. Students like yourselves, and it's likely you don't need to really worry about this because this is our English as a Second Language program, but we also deliver academic programs not only in those 4 areas, math, science, and technology, liberal education, business, and agriculture and natural resources, but we also have an English as a Second Language program. So in addition to the 22 countries that are represented for our degree-seeking students, we also have students that are coming from different countries that are learning their English proficiency. One of the really great things about the English proficiency program, or English as a Second Language, is once you're admitted into that program, once you successfully complete, you're automatically admitted into the degree program. So we have a variety of students from different countries that are participating in the English proficiency program. We deliver 3 semesters. The first is fall semester, typically from August until December. Spring semester typically runs January to May. And then our summer semester is an 8-week condensed semester, and that is usually June, the first Monday in June, until the last Friday in July. Yes?
So TOEFL only or SATs too?
SAT or ACT. ACT is more popular in the United States, but SAT is fine. We'll find the comparable. TOEFL or IELTS, or a TOEIC score. And then also, we would need official transcripts. But the really great thing about the partnership that we have with WIUU is that once you decide to learn with us or learn with us while you're studying here at WIUU, we can get your transcripts from your administrative team here. So it's not something where you have to mail us anything. They just email me the materials and then we go ahead and process from there. Yeah. Our enrollment is about 1,800 students. We have 16 to 1. We do not have undergraduate teaching assistants. We do not have graduate assistants. So you would be learning from our faculty that are full-time tenured faculty, similar to Natalia here, with our professors and the experts in the field. Average class size right now is 19 students, so it's similar, but you guys are actually bigger than our typical classroom. And then we have 41 buildings with 95 hectares. It's 236 acres, so it's a very large campus in rural Minnesota. One of the really great things that you'll also be able to participate in with the University of Minnesota Crookston is some research opportunities. This particular student here is doing different research plots on the upper here with golf turf. He's actually doing the analysis of grass that they've grown under these cans for different plots, for different climates and different geographic regions, and how the climate has been affecting the seed, the propagation, and then the fertilizer. And she's actually packing the lid down so it doesn't get harmed by any type of beetles or bugs or any type of fungi. Okay? These guys here, we're doing a research project with water quality. This is Professor Brian Dingman. He's one of our lead biologists on campus. They actually were hopping in canoes with the big water waders and going in and testing different water quality products and pieces from the rivers, the streams, and the creeks that were really close by our campus. We also have computer-based game learning for kindergarten through 3rd grade. We have a software engineering program that is one of our hotter programs right now just because of the demand of the occupations. Massage therapy for horses, similar to your spirit, your mind, your body. We have a wellness center on our campus. It's a 36,000 square foot, very large facility. But in addition to the spirit, the mind, the body, the natural, the environmental science, we also have therapy for people who would like to work with large animals. And then we also have an ornithologist on campus. How many of you know what an ornithologist is? Ornithologist? Yes. Oh yeah, I don't know how to say it in Russian, but you were right. It is a professor of migratory birds. And so we actually have some research projects that are going on. What did you say?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So we have a lot of really great things that are going on our campus, I guess is what I'd really like to share with you. In addition to that, we have a study abroad program. I mentioned to you we have 22 countries that are represented. We have about 100 international students. They are every semester going someplace for a study abroad experience. Last year, students went to Argentina, Brazil, Australia, and China. And this year they will be going to France, Morocco, and Cape Town, Africa. So kind of exciting stuff. And it's not just all learn, learn, learn. There's a lot of fun stuff here too that you get to experience. It's kind of like coming to Kiev. It's a party, but yet you have to learn some academic things too. Our campus has an academic success center, so we want to make sure that you're academically successful in the environment similar to WIUU. We're very small. We provide different testing strategies for students who may need some different areas or different environments to be successful academically. We will make sure that you find a job. We'll make sure that you have an internship. And we also have a campus nurse and a physician on campus. Each student, as you come to campus, and Lena, if you come to campus next semester, you'll understand and be able to be part of, we will give you a laptop computer. It's part of your tuition. Our laptop computer is one of the selling tactics that we used 20 years ago when we became the first campus in the United States to hand or deliver laptops and use technology in the classroom for our college students. And so it's loaded with the latest software. We have been delivering online degrees for the last 20 years. So we're very tech savvy, very rich in technology, and we have a lot of students that are really savvy with expertise in software engineering, coding, and different activities so that they can be very successful in their field as they graduate. The community of Crookston is relatively small. So as you start thinking about opportunities to study abroad, come for a semester, come for a year, come for 2 years. Our campus has about 900 students that live on campus, but then the community itself of Crookston is approximately 8,000 people. We are located in northwest Minnesota. We are located in the heart of the Red River Valley. We were at one time an agricultural high school and have transitioned into a 4-year undergraduate bachelor's institution within the University of Minnesota. So, if you were to come to campus, Lena,
Yep.
you could choose from 5 different apartment styles. Actually, it's 5 different residential life. 2 apartment, 2 suite life, and 1 very traditional dormitory. This is actually Centennial Hall. On the far right is a room that hosts 2 students in their bed and closets and desks. Same thing on the left. This is Centennial Hall, where it actually has a full kitchen, dishwasher, full refrigerator, stove, microwave, and then it has a very large living area, so if you wish to bring a TV or purchase a TV, you have a gathering space too. As you could guess, each dormitory has a different rate depending upon the amenities. Our suite style, which is called Heritage Hall, this is where all of our freshmen live. So again, we have two rooms back in the corner, hosting 4 people total, a common gathering area, 1 particular closet for 1 of the 4 members of the room. Then there is a separate sink area, a separate toilet, and then a separate shower. So as 4 people are getting ready for classes in the morning or in the afternoon, you have the access to do so. Our traditional hall is called McCall Hall. This is also one of our dormitories where we have single student living. So if you wish to pay a little bit more and live by yourself, McCall Hall will likely be the place that you wish to have that single room. It is going to be more money, and it is going to be a little older in the environment, but nonetheless, it does give you the privacy. Still has the same amenities: kitchen, washer, dryer, lounges, study area, etc. Yes?
That price earlier, 2000 something, was for 4 people.
No, 1 person.
Why is it cheap?
Because this is an older building, and this will not have the brand new washer, dryer, brand new refrigerator. This is more of your traditional dormitory. This is the oldest dorm on campus, and it's probably I'd say 60, 50 or 60. No. It's probably 50 or 60 years old. It has really groovy woodwork, so it would be where I would want to live, but that's just me. So our campus life, we have over 40 clubs and organizations. We have students that are really good students. They get involved in activities, they get involved in our community, they participate in volunteering. This is one of our Maroon Mile. This is an actual run. It's in March. It's March 14th, and they run 3.17 miles in March. So it's usually a little chilly. Bless you. And then we also have homecoming down on the left, and then we also have the Career and Counseling Center. As you could guess, we have an intercultural and multicultural programs, Festival of Nations. Every March and April, we are delivering dinners on Mondays and Tuesdays, where we are bringing people from the community to learn more about different cultures. For example, one Monday in March, we had a Pakistani meal where we had 350 people from the community come in, and our Pakistani students cooked the meal, prepared the meal, served the meal, and then there was a whole bunch of cultural dancing and music and different games so that people could be exposed to some different cultures. That's one. We also did one with Japanese, and then we also did an Australian and Indian, which was also, that was delicious. And that happens for 6 weeks in March and April. They just opened a 36,000 square foot wellness center, which is a pretty amazing place if you like to work out, if you like to do yoga, on-demand activities, free weights, electrical cardio, group fitness, intramural programs. How many of you work out on a regular basis? No. Yeah? Really? One. This would be totally up your alley. We are in Division II Golden Eagle Athletics. So in the United States, there are 3 different divisions. There's a Division I, which is the Minnesota Twin Cities campus, and a few sports on our Duluth campus. Division II, NCAA, which is what our campus is, where we have 11 athletic sports, 4 for men, 7 for women, and one of the 7 is an actual equitation, horse, saddle seat, hunt seat, and Western competitive sport. So we have 40 women that travel the nation and competing with different animals. It's very exciting. These are the athletics for the women, the men. Let's talk price. Just hang on. Okay. So the price. I know. IELTS is at 5.5. TOEFL is a 68. We kept the GPA similar to our domestic students. So our domestic students range between a 2.4 and a 3.5. Our average GPA is a 2.9. Our athletes actually have a higher GPA. They are performing with a 3.4. They have to because of the NCAA. Our international students, like yourself, are high achievers. 2.0 is typically not a problem. So if you have your IELTS or your TOEFL score, you have your cumulative GPA, the higher the better, and then obviously your academic transcripts. Our application is free. It doesn't cost you anything. Yes. It takes about 3 to 5 days to process your application. There are 8 items that we need from you as a student if you come to our campus. One is your academic transcripts, and we can get that from your administration here. One is the application that you fill out online. One is your TOEFL or your IELTS score. The other is your cumulative GPA. And then there are 3 documents that we need from you. One is the Declaration of Finance, which proves that you can afford $25,125 for the year. We're a residential campus. It is, that is a year-long tuition. That covers your room, your board, your books, your tuition, transportation, your health insurance, everything. okay? In addition to that declaration of finance, there's a document that we have you sign. It's just an international student agreement that just indicates that everything that you're providing us is true and accurate. And then the last thing we need is a copy of your passport. Predominantly because I can't spell your guys' last names. I have a Hungarian maiden name, and it's Rabchuk, and it was always spelled wrong. So when I had to fill out my paperwork, I always had to send a copy of my driver's license because no one knew how to spell my name. So that's really the only thing that you need. So we are very affordable. So for the $25,000 that you spend per year, it does not cost that much for you to study online. It's going to be about half that price because you're not paying for residential life, you're not paying for parking, you're not paying for insurance. Very good, yes. You're not paying for all of the social activities, the residential component of things. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? I'll pause for just a second.
So how many classes in online and when or how should we start?
Sure, great question. So we deliver academic classes or coursework online in the fall, spring, and summer. So we run 3 semesters. Fall, spring are 16-week semesters. Our summer semester is an 8-week condensed. Typically, students who are learning online take between 6 and 9 credits in the fall semester and spring semester because they may be studying at another institution or perhaps they're working. Students that are taking classes in the summer online, because it is a shorter time period, are ranging between 3 and 7 credits. So that's about 2 classes. Okay. Tuition for online is so much more affordable. So if you're still looking for a global experience and you want to engage and have your credits have ease of transfer, we can provide you with a pre-evaluation. What that means is, what's your name? Dunia. If Dunia decides she wants to come to the University of Minnesota-Crookston and study online, I'm going to ask her for her transcripts, and we're going to get them to an academic advisor. So that academic advisor will evaluate her transcripts and make sure that the classes that she's already taken fall into the curriculum that we have based on the interest of the degree, whether it's international business or marketing, perhaps it's English or software engineering or biology. That's all before she applies. There's no guarantee that you have to attend our institution. You're not out anything. Then you can make the decision. Are all my credits going to transfer? How many credits should I take at WIUU? Because we really want you to finish all of the classes possible here because it's more affordable. Classes here are so much more affordable. It's in an environment that you're already familiar with, and you have fantastic faculty that we work with. We would advise that if you want to learn at the same time at both institutions, you can do so. But it might be easier for you to focus on one particular campus, get your academic credit done, and then have plans to transfer. So if you want to learn online, our online credit cost per credit is $440.57. So if you take 1 credit to 13, you pay $440.57 for each of those credits. If you enroll in more than 13, credit number 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 is all packaged for the cost of 13. So we band our tuition. Okay? Yes?
So if it's like a 12 high school international online, and that's why I kind of online education more, but for example, when it comes to biology, especially genetics, is there lab works? Are they all online lab works?
No. So if you come to the campus, so of the 34 degrees that we deliver, great question. Of the 34 degrees that we deliver that I showed you earlier in the slides with the 4 academic departments, only 14 of them are available online. Biology is not one of them. I know, bummer. But there may be some classes that you could take that are online that could complement a degree here yet while you're also learning here. But the intent would be, we want you to come to campus. We want you to have a cultural experience. We want you to meet some domestic students. We want you to share your culture with our other students. Not just our domestic students, but the other students from the 22 different countries. So the checklist, we have students that are applying now for January. Classes begin January 8th. The deadline for admission is December 1st. The deadline for summer will be May 21st, and the deadline for fall 18 will be July 20th, I believe. So if you're looking at starting online, which is what many of you should do because you're going to be able to do it more affordably, work with your academic advisors here, partnering with our institution, you'll be able to take the classes online. As Lena had suggested, they're pretty easy, pretty flexible, pretty easily navigated. Once you get started, it's very comfortable. Okay. Questions? Okay. Boss is here today. She got stuck in the airport for 2 days, so she's recovering from some jet lag. So she might be up here in a little bit to talk to you. Do you guys have any questions about studying in the United States? I talked predominantly about our campus and our relationship with WIUU, but do you have any questions about ideas or different degrees that you may want to study at a different institution?
Possible to get scholarships.
Great question. We have 4 academic scholarships for our international students. Thank you. What's your first name?
Christina.
Christina, thank you. So, our international students, as you could guess, we have very limited scholarships. But because we have one rate tuition, we charge no additional money for you if you're in Ukraine or if you live in the United States. So we have one rate. But we give away 4 half tuition waivers to our students who are international after they have been on our campus for 1 year. So if you come to the Crookston campus and you study with us for 1 year, and you have intentions of coming back, which I'm sure you would be eligible to apply for one of those 4 half tuition waivers, but it is very competitive, and it is based on your academic GPA, and it also is competitive because, as I said earlier, we have close to 100 international students from 22 different countries, and we only give away 4 of those.
So the same applies to the online schooling or not?
No, online, because you are only paying for the tuition, you're not paying for anything else right now. The only scholarship for online, international students or just online in general, is an $850 scholarship, but that also is part of, have you been there for a year or more?
Okay.
Yeah, good question. Yes?
If we decide to transfer, is it possible to take any of the majors you mentioned previously, or only the business one?
No, you can transfer to anything you want, but what we're going to want to make sure is that you know ahead of the game that you know what classes you've taken and how they transfer, so that you know what you're walking into to complete your degree, whether it's biology or animal science or English or software engineering. You can come to the Crookston campus and study any one of our 34 degrees, but right now the one that is most transferable will be the manufacturing management, international business, and our marketing degree. Yes, thank you. Good question. Others? No, good question, no. So our campus does not require letters of recommendation. It's just those 8 pieces that I mentioned earlier. If by chance, though, you're interested in going to one of our system campuses, Duluth, the Twin Cities, Rochester, Morris, letters of recommendation are appreciated. It's not a requirement. Other United States universities do require a letter of recommendation. It's not a bad thing to have. It's a great addition to your portfolio, and it just adds value to your application. Yes?
Work-wise, how many hours can I work in your
Sure. So as an international student, it's going to be contingent on what type of visa you have. And yes. And if by chance you have a visa that will allow you to work, it would be my recommendation to not work more than 8 or 10 hours, because you want to be there as a full-time student to be devoted to complete your degree. But it's certainly possible. You could work in our stables, you could work in dining services, you could work in the wellness center, maybe you're working in the natural history center with some of our professors and doing soil sample collection, maybe you are collecting butterflies with one of our professors. Lots of different things. Other questions? Yes?
Can we just campus pay ourselves, or like where we, like, is it up to us? Like,
campuses, like where we go.
Yeah, you can decide whichever campus you want to go to. The relationship that WIUU has is with my campus on the Crookston campus. So right now it's the northernmost part of the state. That is the one that has the best transferability right now in regards to your academic credit. As a student, you have the right and the luxury to go anywhere that you have the met the admission standards. So you're not limited to just one. Good question. What else? No. You can ask me, I just don't know that. And that's okay. So this is a very good question. She asked a specific scientific question, and I don't know the answer to it, but if there are questions specifically that you want to know more about an academic program, I can tell you the basics of it. I can talk to you about what types of careers, but when you start getting into the genome, genetics, yeah, it's not my deal, and I won't pretend to know it either. But I do have several experts that can answer those questions. So if you want more information, I want you to go to, in fact, let's see if we can find somebody, 1 second. Do we have Wi-Fi here? And you go to our website, small campus, big degree, and we really are a small campus with a big degree. Then I'm going to have you scroll down. Yes. No, you guys are about the same size, actually. Well, that's true. Okay. Here, well, let's talk with somebody. Let's see who's online today. So we have a live chat that runs Monday through Friday. 8 to 4:30, 8 to 5, typically. However, if I know that you guys are going to be on, we can Skype, we can do WebEx. In fact, I've been talking with your administration for the past 3 weeks in the morning. It's usually 4 o'clock your time, 7 o'clock my time. Everyone here is getting ready to get out of here, and I'm the one sipping on coffee at 7 o'clock in the morning. So, if you go to this button, and we're going to do it, we're going to click on there, and we're going to see who is there. And I'm thinking it could be Nan or Poo-Poo. So 1 sec. So there are 15 people in the office that I work. 9 of them are admission counselors that travel the state and the 5 states that surround Minnesota. And then I have a team of 4 that stay in the office and give campus tours, campus presentations, and do live chat. So, what time is it in the U.S.?
8 o'clock.
Perfect. Let's get them on. What kind of questions do you have that I didn't answer besides the genetics question? Let's ask him a tough one. What should we ask? Come on. What's the question? You guys have no questions. I don't believe it. I can hear you chit-chatting back there. I can hear you. So it's either going to be Poo-Poo or Nan or Diane, I think. And Poo-Poo, his surname is Musa, but I call him Poo-Poo. So we'll see. So what should we ask him? Come on. Let's ask him how much is tuition for an international student in Kiev? Because he'll know that it's Nina. See what he says? It's pretty quick. He usually responds pretty quick on the spot. Some of the things that we're getting asked by students is, do I need official transcripts? That's one of the biggest things. In fact, let's see what he says. Because the only time we will take copies of transcripts will be from this institution, because we have a memorandum of understanding with WIUU, and we also have a memorandum with National Pedagogical University Drug Monitoring. They're looking at student exchange. So what they want to do is send a student to our campus and learn for a semester and take a cluster of different classes that will complement their student experience here in Kiev. There, we'll see what he says there. So we've talked a little bit about tuition, we've talked about scholarships, we've talked about the student life, the number of credits, the academic programs, the social clubs that we have on our campus, the Academic Success Center, we've talked about the Wellness Center, we've talked a little bit about our experts and that the classes are being taught by our faculty. We've also talked a little bit about how many students are from different countries. If you guys don't have other questions, we're going to see if he responds quickly. It's amazing to me the speed, how slow things can be and how quickly things can actually happen. Some days it's really, really fast and some days it's not. One of the things that as an online student that you'll experience is that the courses are available 24/7. So if it is a degree that you're interested in studying, it's available 24/7 asynchronously. What that means is we do not require you to log on at a particular time because as you can see, it hasn't gone. Yes?
Yeah.
Did it get there? Yes? Okay, so tuition would come out to be about $12,202 for the year. This is without taking into account the cost for room, board, books, and transportation. Did I just tell you all that?
Yeah.
What should we say now? You were going to ask a question, yes?
Yeah, I was going to ask
Hang on one second, yes? And you go to our website, small campus, big degree, and we really are a small campus with a big degree. Then I'm going to have you scroll down. Yes. No, you guys are about the same size, actually. Well, that's true. Here, well, let's talk with somebody. Let's see if it was online for you. So we have a live chat that runs Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30, 8 to 5, typically. However, if I know that you guys are going to be on, we can Skype, we can do WebEx. In fact, I've been talking with your administration for the past 3 weeks in the morning. It's usually 4 o'clock your time, 7 o'clock my time. Everyone here is getting ready to get out of here, and I'm the one sipping on coffee at 7 o'clock in the morning. So, if you go to this button, and we're going to do it, we're going to click on there, and we're going to see who is there. And I'm thinking it could be Nan or Poo-Poo. So one sec. So there are 15 people in the office that I work. 9 of them are admission counselors that travel the state and the 5 states that surround Minnesota. And then I have a team of 4 that stay in the office and give campus tours, campus presentations, and do live chat. So, what time is it in the U.S.?
8 o'clock.
Perfect. Let's get them on. What kind of questions do you have that I didn't answer besides the genetics question? Let's ask him a tough one. What should we ask? Come on. What's the question? You guys have no questions. I don't believe it. I can hear you chit-chatting back there. I can hear you. So it's either going to be Papu or Nan or Diane, I think. And Papu, his surname is Musa, but I call him Papu. So we'll see. So what should we ask him? Come on. Let's ask him how much is tuition for an international Student in Kiev, because he'll know that it's made up. See what he says? It's pretty quick. He usually responds pretty quick on the spot. Some of the things that we're getting asked by students is, do I need official transcripts? That's one of the biggest things. In fact, let's see what he says. Because the only time we will take copies of transcripts will be from this institution, because we have a memorandum of understanding with WIUU, and we also have a memorandum with National Pedagogical University Dragona. They're looking at student exchange. So what they want to do is send a student to our campus and learn for a semester and take a cluster of different classes that will complement their student experience here in Kiev. There, we'll see what he says there. So we've talked a little bit about tuition, we've talked about scholarships, we've talked about the student life, the number of credits, the academic programs, the social clubs that we have on our campus, the Academic Success Center, we've talked about the Wellness Center, we've talked a little bit about our experts and that the classes are being taught by our faculty. We've also talked a little bit about how many students are from different countries. If you guys don't have other questions, we're going to see if he responds quickly. It's amazing to me the speed, how slow things can be and how quickly things can actually happen. Some days it's really, really fast and some days it's not. One of the things that as an online student that you'll experience is that the courses are available 24/7. So if it is a degree that you're interested in studying, it's available 24/7 asynchronously. What that means is we do not require you to log on at a particular time, because as you can see, it hasn't gotten there. Yes?
Yeah, he did.
Did he get there? Yes? Okay, so tuition would come out to be about $12,202 for the year. This is without taking into account the cost for room, board, books, and transportation. Did I just tell you all that?
Yeah.
What should we say now? You were going to ask a question, yes?
Yeah, I want to ask what is the
Hang on one second, yes?